Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire potential briefing for Thursday, September 5th. On the impact map, the warming and drying trend in the next 2 days will be a big feature, drying out fuels from some of the spotty light precipitation we had the previous few days. And then up the Sierra chain, we will notice increasing moisture, isolated, rather dry thunderstorms pushing up into the Sierra front on Friday, and that thunderstorm activity, isolated but on the drier side, expands in coverage on Saturday. There'll also be some breezy winds along the Sierra front Saturday, following up some of that lightning. Not much precipitation or lightning to speak of. Initial attack, fairly light region-wide, but lots of fire ongoing. And precipitation widespread, but spotty and light. Nothing really too heavy. There are a couple quarter-inch amounts or so up in the central Idaho mountains and in the Uintas. Otherwise, kind of more hit and miss. But there was also higher humidity with some of that light precipitation. So you see the ERCs up in many areas are in a downward trend, and a lot of them have dropped back into the 50th to 70th percentile, but that is going to be reversing very quickly. Where they are still quite dry is across western Nevada, where they'll be anticipating lightning in the next couple of days. Satellite imagery, overall clear skies except for the smoke and low-lying inversions in the vicinity of our large fires. And looking at smoke transport both today and tomorrow, you can see it today, this afternoon, especially concentrated up north, and starting to get a push from south to north with some winds as we go into Friday. So for today, here's the upper level map. High pressure and control of the Great Basin, clear skies, warm temperatures, drying humidity. A lot of our PSAs will be dropping back into drier categories, with the humidities dropping down in the teens up north, single digits down south. Some light to moderate breezes here across parts of the area. The high pressure continues to build, but some of that southerly circulation and also instability with this weak low pressure trough off the northern California coast will result in some developing cumulus clouds and some isolated storms. See this black area here off the Sierra and in western Nevada. That's where we have high risk for lightning. Sierra front also pushes up into northern California. Winds overall, most areas light, locally breezy in the east. Again, fairly dry, relative humidities, and precipitation light and spotty. We see these little pin drops here, a couple of hundredths of an inch in these gray shades, but that'll have some lightning over fairly dry fuels. Now on Saturday, the features are subtle, but the large tannish red area of dry humidity has given way to this black area and some greens. That's increasing mid-level moisture, so we expect more isolated storms across parts of central and northeastern Nevada. Also some breezy winds along the Sierra front. So we'll see some of those winds out here, the stronger wind gusts along the Sierra front, and also relative humidity still fairly dry across the region. We do see some spotty shower activity further up here across parts of central Nevada. 3-day precipitation totals fairly light, and the outlook as we go into Sunday. Drier air starts to build in as thunderstorms start exiting to the north and east, but before they do, they will plow up into Idaho, and after several days of drying, northeast Nevada, much of Idaho again getting a good lightning outbreak. And it'll be followed by drier air, breezy conditions on Monday. Tuesday, the winds start increasing across the area, and we have to look at high risk for here. There is a developing low pressure area off the Pacific Northwest coast. It starts to cut off and lose some of its moisture, but it doesn't lose the wind. The wind actually increases as we go into the middle of next week. That'll be our next feature to watch. 7-day precipitation total is kind of spotty, but nothing really heavy. Monsoon is pretty much over and done with. And the 8 to 14 day does show fairly warm temperatures across the region. At this point, I would not be banking too much on this above normal precipitation. Models are trying to figure this one out. The latest trend is towards a somewhat drier scenario. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.